Architectural Builders Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
I believe if I'm just trying to control a circuit to be on-off, I need a single pole double throw in an alternate state, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, you could use a single pole single throw if all it is on-off. But
yeah, because all I'm trying to do, it just doesn't look like, well, when I'm trying to pick it, I need an MK key switch from Securitron, but yeah, that's what seemed weird to me, is that I thought I still needed like a single pole single throw, but I don't see where that's like even an option.
Yeah, it really never is. I mean, you could use the functionality of a light switch, just a single on-off. A single pole double throw is just going to give you the extra leg so that when the switch is up, the circuit can be either open or closed. Or when the switch is up, when the switch is up, the circuit could be open, or when the switch is up, the circuit could be closed. It depends on do you take that wire to NO or NC? And if you have like a multimeter, you can easily test that for continuity. And you're like, oh, this is too easy for me. I'm too smart for this. So, it would be normal to have a single pole double throw. There will be 3 terminals. You're only going to use 2 of them.
2 of them, right.
So,
okay. All right.
So in your situation, however, what's going to tell the maglock to lock?
It's going to interrupt the power to the relay that I have supplying a 24 volt to the maglock. That's how it's going to work.
Okay, so basically I think your switch is going to have to be wired common and then normally open. You're always powering the magnetic lock until something opens the circuit is just what it is. Correct. Yeah, that's what it is. So something opens the circuit. It's a security feature, right? We don't want people in that space, into the room in a particular period of time. But elevated user, somebody with a key, can insert the key, turn it, and then the mag disengages and they can go in their room. Yeah, the only thing that you might consider adding to it is maybe a time delay in the sense of when the credential is presented and the door is open, someone goes in. What's going to tell the circuit to close again? You might want to add a door position switch to say, doors in the closed position, you can now close the circuit, because I think I find when the power is always running, you interrupt the power, you pull the door open, and the circuit's closed immediately again. When that door comes to the closed position, it can clank because you've got 0 pounds of force all the way up to 600 or even more pounds or 1,000 pounds of force trying to pull that armature closed. So you might want to have it come to the closed position and then give it X seconds before it secures. I mean, you don't want what's called tailgating, obviously, someone to come in right behind someone else. But you might want a door position switch just to say, door's closed, close the circuit.
Okay. Would that then be, that would still be, would that be an alternate configuration then, or a momentary?
Okay, so there's on key switches, there's maintained and momentary. Momentary is when you put the key in and turn it, and as long as you're holding it pressed, the circuit is X, either open or closed. Maintained is when you turn the key, it will stay in that position until you remove the key again, until you reset the key in that same direction to turn the switch. It's like in an old car, there's a switch in the door jamb so that when you open the door it buzzes, and when you close it, so that's just a push. That's momentary. But like a light switch would be considered maintained because you throw it until you throw it back. It stays in that state until you physically change it, like until you knowingly change it.
Would you use a mortise then with the momentary? I suppose even with the mortise, when you turn the key, right, when you change that circuit, it'll turn, and so that you have to hold it, or would a momentary always use like a push button?
Well, so when you say mortise, do you mean mortise cylinder?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Mortise cylinders are typical on key switches. Absolutely. So what's happening is when you turn the key on a mortise cylinder, it's moving the cam on the back, and the cam makes physical contact with the switch, the little plunger toggle thing.
Okay.
And that's how. I
see. So in a moment, okay, yeah, the plunger switch, I see that, and that plunger switch comes as part of this set, right? Or I have to buy that separate?
When you buy a key switch, you have to specify, is it momentary or maintained?
Okay, I got you. So the momentary would be the one that would include that plunger, so that way, I see. Okay.
It really boils down to, think of during normal business hours. You want to put the key in, you want to throw the switch, and now X happens. Until the janitor, let's say, goes back and reverses the process, now it's in the opposite state. Think of a security application like a jewelry store. It's like electric strikes. You're just buzzing someone in, meaning you are holding your finger on the doorbell button until they're in, and then you release, and then boom, the opposite state happens. So that's a great example. Buzzing someone in is always momentary. It's not constant buzzing. Constant buzzing would be maintained.
Yep. I've got you. I need to work this sequence through with my end user to understand, because this is what I'm doing is basically an operating room, and so I'm trying to control access during a secure event. Meaning I got a bunch of hydrogen peroxide in the room, disinfectant, and I don't want it'd be life safety to have people in there. But if an elevated user has for some reason the need to get in there, they can use. So I think I'm going to go with a momentary, because what I don't want is one nurse turns the key to unlock the doors, and then he or she walks away, and then a second person comes in without a key, and all of a sudden they can just get into the room, right? So I think I want the momentary.
Momentary, 1,000%.
Yeah. Let me do this. Let me call you guys. Richard, can I call you right back and just verify with my end user?
Take your time. It's all good. I'll be here.
Okay. Hey, question. Do you guys have this in stock?
I heard parts of part numbers.
And let's say an MK. Like, let's say a single pole double throw. I think it's an MK. Let's see. The Securitron has that like thing. Okay, let's say I had a momentary, single gang, single pole double throw, without an audible indicator. What part number is that? That's just an MK. Okay.
I'm going to pull up a part number.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'd be called the MK series. I don't possess a working knowledge of memorized Securitron part numbers. Okay. MK blank single gain. Yeah, you're right. It's literally MK, and that is. Oh, I see what you're saying. Alternate action or alternate switch. Yeah, okay. It's. I use the term maintained for alternate. Yeah, they don't.
Sure.
So MK 630. MK momentary. Yeah, MK. We have 103 in stock.
Of the MKs?
Yeah. Yeah, single pole, double throw, no mortise cylinder. You'll have to pick one of those up. We add it as a separate line item. It's for a single gang, and it's just a momentary switch. It's a fancy doorbell button.
Those mortise cylinders, I could say they can switch out the core on those, right? So they're common core.
Well, you can install any mortise cylinder into it, provided you have a length and or blocking rings and a cam that's compatible, which would be just a standard cam. But anything can go into it. I would think you should provide it with a $15 mortise cylinder and say, here are your 2 keys.
Right.
Install whatever you guys like.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call you. What's the best number to reach you back at?
The same one. I was
Okay.
over at the other warehouse, and I was walking back in, and Terry was like, hey, can you take a call? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Richard, I'll call you right back.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.